If I'm struggling with something, I could do with some help from you COVID deniers out there. Why the fuck would a government with mates in so many corporations, why would the government lie about coronavirus deaths and coronavirus infections? Why? It's a historical fact that when economically, when people lose more, when they're forced to pay more for bread, more for food, more for bills, etc., when times get harder, the poorer people, there's more dissent amongst the poorer people. They rise up and they take things back. They overthrow governments. Historically, it's true. It's happened a number of times. So why, if this is all about control, if this is all about the government wanting to control our lives, why the fuck would they risk their economy? Lockdown is going to cost the economy billions. Billions. We're looking at the biggest economic meltdown since the 1930s. And you dipshits are talking about how it's all about control. Where is the logic? It doesn't make sense. Anybody with even a basic grasp of history knows that when there's an economic downturn, there's social unrest. They go hand in hand because the people at the bottom get sick of paying the bills for people at the top to get richer. They get sick of rising wages, rising costs, rising bills, rising this, rising that, and their wages are going down. And they rise up and they change things for themselves. It's happened a million times throughout history. So why? I assume Boris Johnson has read a history book at some point in his life. And if he hasn't, I'm assuming he's got advisors that have. Why would he publish fake numbers to create an economic downturn? It makes no sense. He wants what the rest of us want, which is an economic upturn, because then he can say things are getting better, the economy is doing better. What he will do is then handle that economic upturn in the benefit of his rich friends and tell the poor people that economic upturn is good for them as well, when in reality it's not. They're only earning slightly more than they were before. They're still going to be poor. They're still going to be broke. They're just going to be slightly less broke. That's the game. That's the strategy of the Conservative Party. They want their billionaire mates to become gazillionaires while we go from £9 an hour to £10 an hour and we're still just about paying the bills. That is the strategy. So why the fuck would he risk his mates losing their companies shutting down? Because let's face it, if you lose your job in TK Maxx, you can just go and get a job in Sports Direct. If you lose your job in Sports Direct, you can go and get a job in fucking JD Sports. If you lose your job in Tesco, because Tesco shuts down, you can go and get a job in Morrison's. Poor people are always going to be able to find new opportunities. Rich people who own Tesco's, Morrison's, TK Maxx, JD Sports, once that company is gone, it's gone. That's it. You're not making any more money from it. So why the fuck would Boris Johnson and the Conservative Party and the government risk losing billions of pounds by lying about pandemic numbers? If anything, in my perspective, they would want the numbers to be exaggerated downwards. Because if the numbers are exaggerated downwards, you can lie and open up the economy more. So explain it to me. Why would they do it? Why would they lie about the numbers? Please, somebody tell me why. And more to the point, you dickheads who reckon Boris Johnson just wants to control us, because the government just wants to control us. Most of you cunts voted for him. You voted for the man a year ago. It's taken a year, less than a year even, for you to say he wants to control us. What the fuck were you a year ago with this attitude? The fuck out of my face.